Very good morning to all of you, my friends. So, I am CA Vipin Bohra, and I'll be taking care of the most of the part of cost accounting. So, do pay attention to what I'm teaching. Further, advice from my side, as I've mentioned in the previous batches also, that there are no formulas in cost accounting. So, more or less, all my sessions will be concept based. I'll be teaching you guys. There are many formulas given in study material. I'll be teaching you guys the logic behind these formulas, the concepts, everything. So my session will be more on concepts rather than memorizing formulas. So whatever the queries, whatever the doubts you have, you guys are free to post your queries. I'll try my best to address each and every query of every student. Be regular in the class. Do solve the questions of the chapters what I'm discussing and teaching on daily basis. I assure you by the end, I mean, when my lectures get over, I assure you, you guys will be thorough with costing. Further, try to solve as many as questions possible for every chapter, be it study material, be it past practice manual, past papers. There is no alternative hard work. The more you will practice, the better you will be with the concepts. So, very important, costing is all what about concepts, and there is no alternate of hard work and practice. So, without wasting time, let me give you a brief about what all things we will be covering during these sessions. So, when talking about the syllabus of costing, the first chapter is the theoretical chapter. Introduction. Thereafter, three major elements of the cost. That is material, labor, and overheads. Now, one more chapter we'll be discussing, that is activity-based costing. This chapter is in continuation of the chapter that is overheads. Thereafter, cost sheet, unit and batch costing, job costing, thereafter cost sheet and unit and batch costing, thereafter methods of accounting, wherein we'll be discussing integrated and non-integrated accounts. The next part of the syllabus, wherein we'll be discussing methods of costing, various methods, that is job costing, process costing, and service costing. These are the various methods of costing. When talking about process costing, this method of costing is used by those manufacturing concern wherein the raw material that has to pass through various processes before being converted into final products. So therein we'll be using process costing. Service costing will be using in the companies who are into service sector. Thereafter, the three major chapter, budgetary control, marginal costing, and standard costing. These are the three chapters which we can say these are the parts of management accounting and it assists management in decision making. So these three chapters we'll be discussing later on. So this is all what about the syllabus of costing. I repeat again, starting with introduction, it is more or less a theory chapter. Thereafter, the three major elements of the cost, that is material, labor, and overheads. Activity-based costing, this one more chapter, joint and byproduct. Activity-based costing, this chapter is in continuation of the chapter that is overheads. Thereafter, cost sheet, unit and batch costing, and method of accounting. Thereafter, the methods of costing, wherein we'll be discussing job costing, process and joint byproduct, service costing. Joint byproduct, again, this is in continuation of process costing. Once it is over, thereafter we'll be discussing the management accounting part, wherein we'll be discussing budgetary control, marginal costing, and standard costing. So this is all what about the syllabus of costing. It's a very easy syllabus. Don't panic. Again, if you are thorough with the concepts and if you have practiced, then you'll be easily able to score distinction in costing. Now, when talking about the weightage, these three chapters are very, very important from examination point of view. We can say budgetary control, marginal costing, and standard costing. These three chapters are very, very important, and you will find questions on these three chapters in every attempt. In every attempt, you will find questions on these three chapters. Thereafter, again, these three chapters of this method of accounting is the most important chapter, wherein you will find a question on method of accounting. Okay, the marks may, the distribution of marks may vary, but yes, you will find questions on methods of accounting in every attempt. So again, when talking about this part also, we'll categorize in A category. Now, this is B category and this is B category. There is no C category. Examiner ऐसा कोई भी चैप्टर नहीं है जिसमें से क्वेश्चंस नहीं पूछेगा. यू विल फाइंड क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम मोस्ट ऑफ द चैप्टर. यस, कई बार कोई चैप्टर स्किप करता है, बट यस, यू कांट स्किप एनी चैप्टर की. ये चैप्टर 4-5 अटेम्प्ट में एक बार आता है. इन एवरी अटेम्प्ट और एवरी अल्टरनेट अटेम्प्ट यू विल फाइंड क्वेश्चंस ऑन एवरी चैप्टर. सो अगेन, कोई भी चैप्टर आप स्किप नहीं कर सकते. सो देयर इज नो सी कैटेगरी, इट्स ओनली ए एंड बी कैटेगरी. If you guys have any doubts or query till now, you guys can please post your queries. So, good morning, Vishal. Good morning, Anubhav. Abhisha, good morning. Uday Kumar, good morning. Yes, Omkar, same here. Very good morning, my dear. Divya, Ms. Sujal Makwana, Yukta, Ayushi, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Yes, Mr. Vishnu Kumar, tell me. Yes, you will be able to understand, Khadija. Don't worry. Good morning, everyone. Admin sir, I think students को सबको आपने mute करके रखा है ना? Okay, I think one of the students raised his hand. Can you please unmute? Yes, Mr. Kumar, tell me.
So how to manage every subject after there is a 9-hour classes in every day. So
Please,
there
please,
is
please, please come back. I'm not getting what you're saying.
So our daily classes is for 9 hours by the institute. So how to manage all three subjects after lecture?
So I think there are 3 sessions every day.
Yes, sir, which takes 9 hours almost. So how to do a self study after the all subjects?
See, dear, again, I'll not be able to address this query as of now, but yes, you can write a mail to ICAI. I'll personally speak to you and we'll get it solved. Okay. You are preparing for September and January attempt, right?
Yes, sir.
September or January?
January.
January, na? So, okay, you have lots of time. So, first finish the sessions. Okay, 9 hours if you're getting the session, then along with the session, just devote 4 to 5 hours time for studies. Once you are done with all the sessions, then there will be, you will have sufficient time to prepare for your exams. So, again, initially at these initial stages, work hard. Thereafter, you will be a bit relaxed, so you can start preparing in a slow and steady pace. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So as of now, after the sessions, at least devote 4 to 5 hours what the faculties are teaching you. So accordingly, just devote 4 or 5 hours extra, whatever the practical questions they are solving in the sessions. Do try to solve all the questions on your own again and do revise. That's it. एक बार अगर आपका सिलेबस अच्छे से हो जाएगा and once these sessions get over, then okay, इतना ज्यादा हार्ड वर्क नहीं रहेगा, but yes, at least if you study 6 to 7 hours also, you'll be able to crack it. So as of now, I suggest that at least study for 13 to 14 hours because 9 hours are the sessions and 4 to 5 hours it requires, practice and all. So right now, 9 plus 5, 14 hours you have to study. But yes, once the sessions are over, at least if you study for 7-8 hours also, it is more than sufficient. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Sanya, I'm not sure about the WhatsApp group link. I'm not associated with any group. Mr. Sumit, whatever I'm teaching in the session, just try to note down whatever the concepts. Again, very important, guys. Whatever I'm discussing in the session, especially the concept part, try to copy it. Don't take the, yes, wherever required, I'll mention that take the screenshot. But when talking about the concepts, very important, guys, do copy the notes, what I'm writing it over the board as far as the concepts are concerned. And further, what you have understood from these concepts, prepare your footnotes. Apart from my notes, do write your comments that what you have learned from this session. So do write the comments in your notebook so that once you are revising, you'll be able to figure out that, okay, this is what sir taught and this is what I have understood. So I think, Sumit, your query is resolved. Yes, Anil, I'll be teaching the most of the chapters of costing. So I repeat, guys, whatever the concept part, do copy everything. It's practically not possible to, check the recorded sessions again and again. So very important, what you will write, you will remember it forever. So apart from the concepts, what I'm teaching, do write your notes, do write your comments in the notebook that this is what I have understood in your language only. It will be very helpful for you while revising and while preparing for the exams. You can write a mail to ICAI, Miss Khadija, Mr. Khadija. Admin sir, Rosie Walia, can you please unmute? Yes, Mohammed Parvez, there are no formulas in costing. In most of the chapter, I'll be discussing the concepts only rather than formulas.
No, sir. What's the full form of BA?
Huh? It's not BA. These are the categories wherein the chapters which are most important, I have put it in the A category. Okay. You will find questions on these chapter in every alternate attempt. So that's why I have placed it in B category.
Okay, fine. Thank you, sir.
Anyone else with any queries? That this is not the right time to mention Mr. Nagarantna Bani. Once my sessions get over, I'll give you tips how to prepare for exams. Gunjan and Mr. Bani, you can write a mail to ICAI addressing my name. I'll be speaking to you in person for this because again it's going to take a bit of time. So Mr. Bani and Ahuja, how to prepare for the sessions, how to prepare for your exams for September attempt along with your job. I can guide you personally, but as of now, not in the live session, please. Yes, I'll be covering the theory part also. No, one book is more than sufficient, Sumit. Yes, examiner, do ask theory question also, Sailesh. Do write a mail to ICAI addressing my name. I'll be personally giving you guidance on how to prepare for September attempt along with your job or whatever it is. Okay. So now, without wasting time, let's start with the first chapter of the syllabus. So let's start with the first chapter of the syllabus, that is material costing. Before starting with this chapter, let me give you a brief about material. Can you guys tell me what is material? Again, guys, since it is my first session, I want these sessions to be very much interactive. So whatever running in your mind, do write it either over Zoom or over the portal. I'll be checking all your messages. So can you guys tell me what is material? Yes, Mahalakshmi. Very good, everyone. So when talking about material, material is a physical object. ये क्या है? एक physical object है or a commodity that is used in manufacturing a product. What is material? What is material? Material is a physical object or a commodity that is used to manufacture. So when talking about material, it's a physical object or a commodity that is used in manufacturing a product. So we can call it as a raw material. As few students mentioned that, sir, it's a raw material. So when talking about the examples of material, let's say I'm the manufacturer of this pen. This pen is made up of what? Plastic and ink. So this pen is my final product, but plastic and ink are what? My raw material. Another example, let's say I'm the manufacturer of this shirt.
टिफिन मांगो
BNP scam or after my internship, there was a
टिफिन मांगो मां
Excuse me.
टिफिन केस
ICAI can function more as a knowledge body, setting up the curriculum and providing the material for training the students.
कटिन
Admin sir. Admin sir. ये आवाज किसका आ रहा है? Okay, fine. So another example, let's say I'm the manufacturer of shirt. Now this shirt is made up of what? Fabric. So fabric is what? My raw material. Another example, let's say I'm the manufacturer of wooden furniture. This wooden furniture is made up of what? Wood. So wood is what? My raw material. So when talking about the examples of material, we can say fabric used in shirt, or we can say plastic or ink used in manufacturing pen, or we can say wood used in furniture. So what is material? Material is a physical object or a commodity that is used in manufacturing a product. Further, this material can be categorized in two parts. This material can be categorized in two parts. That is direct material and indirect material. Can anyone tell me what is direct material and indirect material? Rosie Walia, material is tangible only. Very good, Mr. Bani, Dharani, Priyanka, Sharan, Miss Chatterjee. Very good, everyone. Janvi, Kabyajit Chakravarti, Omkar. So when talking about direct material, the material that is directly attributable in manufacturing a product and have some significant value is what we call as direct material. So what is direct material? The material that is directly attributable in manufacturing a product and have some significant value is direct material. The material that is directly attributable in manufacturing a product and has some significant value is direct material. When talking about indirect material, it play a supporting role in manufacturing a product. We call it as consumables also. So what is indirect material? It play a supporting role in manufacturing a. So direct material, the material that is directly attributable in manufacturing a product and have some significant value is direct material. Indirect material, the material that play a supporting role in manufacturing a product is indirect material. Now, this is what we can say the definition. But when talking about what's the exact meaning, कि भाई कहना क्या चाहते हो? So very simple, let me discuss the difference between direct and indirect material with the help of few examples. So let's say I'm the manufacturer of shirt. I'm the manufacturer of shirt. The shirt is made up of what? Fabric. So fabric is what? My direct material. Now these shirts are stitched in machines, and for the smooth functioning of machine, I need some lubricating oil and grease. So this lubricating oil and grease are nowhere present in the final product, but yes, to smoothly manufacture a shirt, we need lubricating oil and grease for smooth functioning of machine. So this lubricating oil and grease used in manufacturing a shirt. Why? Because for the smooth functioning of machine, we are using them. So this lubricating oil and grease are what? My indirect material. And when talking about the fabric, what I'm using to manufacture a shirt is what? My direct material. Another example, a very common example. Let's say I'm the manufacturer of cakes and bakery items. Now these cakes and bakery items are made up of what? Flour, egg, yeast, sugar, whipped cream. So these are the major ingredients. So we can call it as direct material used in manufacturing a bakery item. But now, These bakery items are manufactured by the chef, and to maintain the hygiene standards, my chef is using disposable aprons, disposable caps, again, and disposable hand gloves. So this apron, caps, hand gloves are nowhere present in the final product, but yes, to maintain the hygiene standards, we are using this material. So this disposables, aprons, caps, or hand gloves are nowhere present in the final product, but yes, to maintain the hygiene standard, we are using it. So they are indirect material. And when talking about wheat, flour, or whatever it is, wheat flour, or egg, or yeast, or whipped cream, or sugar, these are what? My direct material. So in this case, bakery industry, all these are direct material, and that caps, aprons, hand gloves are what? My indirect material. Another example, we can say I'm the manufacturer of wooden furniture. Now, this wooden furniture is made up of what? Wood. So wood is what? My direct material. Now, to paste the wood, we are using some kind of glue. So this glue is what? My indirect material. So I hope this part is clear. What is the difference between direct and indirect material? If you guys have any doubts or queries, you guys can please post your query. Yes, indirect material or consumables, we can say these words are used interchangeably. Another example of indirect material can be the stationery oil and all what we are using. So this is also an indirect material. Anyone else with any doubts, guys? Yes, Shivani Pal, very good. Your answer is correct. Anyone else with any doubts or query? Yes, we can say Anubhav. Now, very important, guys, there are three major elements of cost: material, labor, and overhead. So these three major elements, material is one of the key element of the total cost of the product. I repeat again, guys, when talking about the total cost of the product, material is one of the key elements. There are three elements of the cost: material, labor, and overheads. So when talking about material cost, it is one of the key elements. So it requires adequate management attention to avoid any sort of unauthorized uses or theft or misuses. So this material is the one of the major element of the cost. So it requires adequate management attention. So here in the concept of material control comes into picture. Why material control? Very simple, guys. Very simple. When talking about this material, this is one of the major element of the cost. So it requires adequate management attention. So here in the concept of material control comes into the picture. And when talking about why material control, or we can say what are the objects of material control? First thing is economy in purchase. I repeat again, guys, material control is very important. Why? Because it is one of the major element of the cost. So what's the purpose of material control? What material control ensures? First thing, when we are purchasing the material, it should be purchased at a competitive price. So material control ensures that it is an economy in purchase. मटीरियल अगर आप मार्केट से खरीदते हो तो कॉम्पिटिटिव प्राइस पे खरीदें. So this is the major object of material control. And now second thing, once it is in our hands, it should be effectively and efficiently used. There should not be any sort of misuses or wrong usage of material. So the first object is, once we are purchasing material, it should be purchased at a competitive price. Second, once the material is in our hands, it should be used effectively and efficiently. So if you guys have any doubts or queries, you guys can tell me. I repeat again, since this material is one of the major element of the cost, So it's require adequate management attention. Why? Because there are chances कि अगर कहीं कुछ गड़बड़ हुआ, the product cost will shoot up. So material control ensures that first thing that there should be an economy in purchase, and once the material is in our hands, it should be effectively and efficiently used. I request you guys to copy what I have discussed till now. Whatever the queries you have, you guys can please post your queries. Rohan, the meaning is very simple, my dear, that once the material is in our hands, there should not be any unauthorized usage of material or misusage of material. Further, we can say the wastage of material also. Yes, Priyanka, most of the sessions I'll be taking only. Don't worry, and thank you so much, my dear. Please copy this part, guys. Abhisha, very simple, my dear. Economy in purchase means what? That material market se saste दामों में मिले. So we should get the best quality at the best quality raw material at affordable prices. This is what we can say the meaning of economy in purchase. Yes, Tenmo P, you can use. Thank you, Susan. Can you please repeat your question? Avinasha, economy in purchase means very simple, my dear. We get the raw material, the best quality raw material at affordable prices, or we can say the best of the best price. That's it. We'll try to, Khadija. So machines are not our material, they are our assets. So this is not covered in material. So now, now, before starting with this chapter, let me give you a brief about what all we'll be discussing in this chapter. Before starting with this chapter, let me give you a brief about what all points we'll be covering in this chapter so we can say the summary of the chapter. So herein, the first part, what we'll be discussing in this chapter is that what is the process of acquiring the material. We can say material procurement. What is the process of acquiring the material? What all notes, challans, invoices need to be issued? What is the process of acquiring the material that we'll be discussing in material procurement? Now, once the material is in our hand, at what value we have to record it in books of accounts? I repeat again, एक बार material अगर अपने हाथ में आ गया, at what cost we will record it in books of account? That this is the next part that what we'll be discussing. So we can say the next part is valuation of material. Now, once the material is valued, now to ensure that there is no unauthorized usage or wrong usage or misuses or wastage of material, we have to make sure that proper records are maintained, proper authorities should be given. So we can say the material should be stored properly. So thereafter, we'll be discussing material storage and record. What all records the storekeeper has to maintain so that to ensure that there is not excessive uses of material or there is no unauthorized uses of material. So material storage and records. So material procurement, the process to procure the material. Second point, valuation of material, that is at what value we will be recording. Thereafter, what all records the storekeeper or store manager has to maintain, that we will be discussing. Thereafter, the most important part of the chapter, that is material control. Examiner is going to ask question most of the time from this part only, material control. So most of the session will be on material control. We'll be discussing various points, how to make sure that there is economy in purchase and effective and efficient utilization of material. So I'll be discussing this part in detail, material control. Now, thereafter, one more part what we'll be discussing is valuation of material issue. मटीरियल अगर हमने इशू किया है, स्टोर से प्रोडक्शन डिपार्टमेंट को इशू किया है, एट व्हाट कॉस्ट विल बी रिकॉर्डिंग. So we'll be discussing valuation of material issued. I repeat again, मटीरियल कौन इशू करता है? स्टोर कीपर इशू करता है. किसको इशू करता है? प्रोडक्शन डिपार्टमेंट और फैक्ट्री को इशू करता है. So at what cost we will be recording the same? This we will be discussing in valuation of material issued. Herein we'll be discussing few terminologies, that is LIFO method, FIFO method, weighted average method, and simple average method. Now, thereafter, we'll be discussing few more points, that is accounting and control of wastage and scrap. And the last part is consumption of material. So these are the various points we'll be discussing one by one. I request you guys to please copy the summary. This is all what we'll be discussing throughout these sessions on material. So I request you guys to please copy this part. It is not correct, Rohan. Very simple. The material that plays a supporting role is only classified in indirect material. Thank you so much, Rosie. So the fourth point is material control, the most important point of the chapter. So examiner, we can say it's the practical part of the chapter, wherein we'll be discussing few concepts. So we'll be discussing this part separately. Vaishnavi, don't worry. Now I'm coming to material procurement only. Yes, Bhumika, we can say Admin sir, Mosam Kumari, can you please unmute? Yes, tell me, Miss Kumari.
सर आप स्टडी मटेरियल से करवा रहे हो ना?
मैं कुछ पार्ट स्टडी मटेरियल से करवाऊंगा एंड रेस्ट आई एम जस्ट राइटिंग माय ओन एक्सप्लेनेशन माय डियर।
ओके सर, एक्चुअली मैं स्टडी मटेरियल को भी फॉलो कर रही थी ना, तो इसमें कुछ
नहीं
कुछ
नहीं, आप
बात नहीं थी।
बिंदास फॉलो कीजिए स्टडी मटेरियल को। Everything is given in study material, but yes, do pay attention to what I am teaching. And
हाँ
I'll be
यार,
referring study material in many chapter, and I'll be giving you additional questions also from my notes also. Don't worry. But
ओके
yes,
सर।
study material is the key. But practically इतना सारा material नहीं पढ़ सकते. That's why you need classes. So that's why you are here for. Don't worry.
यस सर, मैं एक कंफर्म कर रही थी एक्चुअली सर, मुझे नहीं पता लग रहा था कि कहाँ से मैं पढ़ रही हूँ, क्या कर रही हूँ, तो
नहीं नहीं,
इसलिए।
आप क्लासेस अटेंड कीजिए रेगुलरली। आई अश्योर यू, आई रिमेंबर योर नेम, आई अश्योर यू वंस दीज सेशंस गेट ओवर यू विल बी थोरो विद कॉस्टिंग। आई अश्योर यू, डोंट वरी।
थैंक यू सो मच
I'll
सर।
speak to you in the last class, Miss Kumari. Don't worry. I'm
ओके
good.
सर,
I have a
थैंक
good
यू सर।
memory. I'll ask you and I'll mention your name personally. Don't worry.
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
Yeah. So let's start with the first part, that is material procurement. Sorry, Mr. Anil, I can't share my number and any personal details. Whatever the queries you have, Anil, you can post it over the portal. You can, yaar. Everything is same everywhere. The things are same. The concepts are same. The point is you should focus more on concepts rather than memorizing the formulas. So now, without wasting time, let's start with the material procurement part. One second, guys. Thank you so much, Mr. Avinash. I request you guys to please open your study material also. So let's start with the material procurement process. You can refer the material over the portal. Just write over Google that ICAI BOS intermediate, you will be able to download the material. I request you guys to please open the material, giving you 2 minutes time. There is no WhatsApp group, Tanejan. I don't know. I'm not that friendly with the technology. Just write it over Google ICAI BOS intermediate. You'll be able to get the material. Don't worry. Okay, Rosie, I've shared the link also. So now let's start with material procurement process. Now, guys, do pay attention to what I'm teaching. It will be helpful for you while writing the papers also. And apart from this, in practical life, those who are working, they'll be able to understand that, okay, this is the process what we are following. So it will help for you. It will be helpful for you in your practical life also, and again for clearing the exams also. So let's make it very simple and very easy. So let's start. When talking about material procurement process, the entire process starts from the engineering department. The entire process starts from the engineering department or planning department, we can say. What they do, depending upon the past data, depending upon the market trend, whatever it is, they try to figure out that what all specification of raw material we have to use to get our desirable product. I repeat again, very important guys, the entire process starts from the engineering department or production planning department. वो क्या करते हैं? They try to figure out कि क्या specification का material हमारा requirement है, so that we can get the best quality product, or we can say so that we can get the desirable product. So after doing necessary research, they do write the specification of the material over a paper. We call it as bill of material. Let me discuss this with the help of an example. I'm the manufacturer of shirts. Now this shirt is made up of fabric, and I have an in-house facility to manufacture the fabric also. I convert thread into fabric and fabric into shirt. Now, while I'm manufacturing the fabric, I have to figure out that what should be the percentage of cotton in the fabric, what should be the percentage of nylon in the fabric, what should be the percentage of polyester in the fabric, what should be the percentage of lycra in the fabric. So the adequate percentage, the proper mix is required. So what engineering and planning department do? They try to figure out that what is the best mix of the material, what all specification of material what we are going to use, and that specification they write it on a paper. We call it as what? The bill of material. So what is bill of material? It contains the detailed specification of the material that we are going to use to get our desirable product. So what? The entire process starts from the engineering or planning department. The entire process starts from the engineering or planning department. They do prepare the bill of material. What they do? They do prepare the bill of material. When talking about bill of material, what is bill of material? It contains the detailed specification of the raw material that we are going to use to manufacture a product. What it contains? It contains the detailed specification of the material we are going to use to manufacture our. So what engineering department do? They do prepare a bill of material. अब वो bill of material का करेंगे क्या? They will give it to the production department. कि Mr. Production Department, this is the bill of material, and it contains the detailed specification of the raw material what you have to use to manufacture a product. So this bill of material is issued by whom? The engineering department or planning department. To whom? To the production department. कि प्रोडक्शन डिपार्टमेंट आपको ये स्पेसिफिकेशन का मटेरियल यूज करके आपको फाइनल प्रोडक्ट बनाना है. Now, once the bill of material is received by the production department, they will read the bill of material, and what production department will do? They will approach the stores department कि भाई इंजीनियरिंग डिपार्टमेंट से ये रिक्वेस्ट आया कि आपको ये मटेरियल यूज करना है, so please provide me, stores department, please provide me this quality of raw material of so and so quantity. So again, what production department will do? Production department will go to the stores department. Production department will go to the stores department ki stores, please provide me this and this quality of raw material. Again, oral communication is not sufficient. they have to mention everything in writing. So what they do, what production department will do, they will issue material requisition. The request for material. What is material requisition? The request for material. So what production department will do? They will issue material requisition. What is material requisition? Very simple. It's a request for material. Now, production department किससे request करेगा? Stores department. Now, what stores department will do? If they have that quality and specification of material and of that quantity, what they are asking, they will immediately provide it to the production department. But let's say stores department के पास material है ही नहीं. Stores department have no material. I mean, stores department don't have that quality of raw material what the production department is asking. So stores department क्या करेगा? Since they don't have that much stock of raw material what the production department is asking, stores department किसको approach करेगा? They will approach the purchase department. What stores department will do? They will approach the what stores department? अगर stores department के पास वो same material है of the same quantity, they will immediately provide it to the production department. But suppose they are in short of material or they don't have that quality of raw material, what stores department will do? They will approach the purchase department. Now again, not via oral communication, in writing. So what stores department will do? They will approach the purchase department. They will approach the purchase department in writing. So what stores department will issue? They will issue purchase requisition. What stores department will issue? Purchase requisition. They will request, stores department will request to the purchase department, कि भाई, I have this much of requirement from the production department. So kindly purchase this material from the market, give it to me so that I can supply it to the production department. So when talking about purchase requisition, what is purchase requisition? It's an authority letter that is received by the purchase department from the stores department. So what it is? It is an authority letter to purchase the material as specified. So what is purchase requisition? It's a kind of request to purchase. Further, it's an authority letter. Authority letter for the purchase department. To purchase material as specified. Now, once the purchase department has the authority to purchase material, what they will do? They will go to the 1 second. Now, once purchase department is authorized to purchase the material, what they will do? Purchase department will go to the market. They will approach the various suppliers. So what purchase department will do? They will issue tenders. Or we can say they will issue request for proposals. So purchase department will issue purchase department will approach the suppliers. Again, not via oral communication, they will issue tenders, or we can say they will issue request for proposal. Right? They will issue, we can say, really not possible to write like this. They will issue tenders, or we can say request for proposal. So purchase department again will not approach suppliers in oral way. They will issue tenders or request for proposal to the supplier. Ki suppliers, I have this much quantity, I have the requirement of so and so quality of raw material of so and so quantity. So now the supplier will see the tender, and accordingly the supplier who are able to supply so and so quantity of so and so specification, they will revert back to the purchase department. Again, not in writing, they will issue quotations. They will issue quotation. They will issue quotation that purchase department, Mr. So and so, we are ready to provide so and so quality of raw material of so and so quantity at so and so price. So after receiving the quotation from the various suppliers, after receiving the quotations from the various suppliers, I repeat again, guys, once the purchase requisition is received, purchase department, what they will do, they will issue tenders, or you can say they will request for proposal to the various suppliers कि भाई मेरा जो है ये requirement है, I require so and so quantity of raw material of so and so specification. So if you are able to provide me, please provide me with the quotation. So the interested supplier will provide the quotations to the purchase department. And once the quotations are received by the purchase department, अगर एक बार quotations मिल जाता है purchase department को, so what purchase department will do? They will select the supplier who is providing the best quality of raw material at competitive price. I repeat again, the supplier. It's for the public yukta. So what purchase department will do after receiving the quotation from the various supplier, purchase department क्या करेगा? The supplier who is providing the best quality of raw material at affordable price or at competitive price, they will select the supplier and they will issue purchase order to the supplier. That supplier, I'm issuing purchase order. They will issue purchase order. So the supplier who is providing the best quality of raw material at most competitive price will be selected, and accordingly the purchase department क्या करेगा? वो supplier को क्या करेगा? Purchase order issue कर देगा कि we are ready to purchase so and so quantity of raw material at so and so price. Quotation means we can say the quotation for the price. It means we are ready to supply. The supplier will issue quotation to the purchase department कि भाई we are ready to provide so and so quantity at so and so price. If you are interested, you can revert back. And if that supplier is selected, the purchase department will issue a purchase order to that supplier that, okay, go ahead, we are ready to purchase this material from you. Now, after receiving the purchase order, supplier immediately material supply nahi karega. Still some part is left. So after receiving the purchase order, what supplier will do? After receiving, as soon as they receive the purchase order, what supplier will do? Supplier will prepare a pro forma invoice. What supplier will do? They will prepare pro forma invoice. What pro forma invoice contains? It contains the quantity, the price, and the total amount of the purchase order. I repeat again, what pro forma invoice is? It contains the details of the quantity along with the price. Let's say we are purchasing 10 types of raw material from that supplier. So the details of the material, the quantity, along with the price and the total, that is quantity into price. So this will be the total billing. And they will prepare this pro forma invoice and they will give it to whom? The accounting department of the purchasing company. Quotation means the quantity that, okay, Rajveer, quotation means what? That the supplier will issue quotation. कि भाई मेरा ये quotation है, I am ready to provide so and so quantity at so and so price. So we will receive quotations from many suppliers. कोई supplier, suppose let's say my general the market price is 50 rupees. So some may agree for 49, some may agree for 48, some may agree for 48.5, some may agree for 52, some may agree for 55 also. So after checking the various quotation, the supplier who is providing the best quality of raw material at most competitive price will be selected and accordingly the purchase order will be issued. I hope Rajveer this part is clear. So after receiving the purchase order, what supplier will do? They will prepare a pro forma invoice and give it to whom? The accounting department of the buyer, or we can say the purchaser, or we can say the purchasing company. Now, the terms may vary from time to time. So after receiving the pro forma invoice, if the terms are like 40% payment need to be released in advance or 50% payment need to be released in advance, they will check in detail. The accounting department will check in detail the pro forma invoice, and accordingly, as per the terms of the contract, either they will release the payment or whatever it is. And after the payment is released, as soon as the payment, let's say the terms of contract are like 30% payment need to be in advance. So let's say the pro forma invoice value is 1 crore. So once the payment is released by the accounting department of the purchasing company to the supplier, on receipt of payment, what supplier will do? Two things. Supplier will issue the material to the stores department. After receiving the pro forma invoice, and after releasing the payment, let's say 30% payment need to be made in advance. What supplier will do? The supplier will issue the material to the stores department along with delivery challan. And what supplier will do again? They will issue the final invoice. What supplier will do? After receiving the payment, supplier will do two things. They will provide the material to the store delivery challan along with material. And to the accounting department, they will issue the final invoice. So as soon as the pro forma invoice is issued, accounting department will check, and as per the terms of the contract, they will release the payment. Let's say the terms are like 30% payment need to be made in advance. So advance जैसे ही receive होगा supplier को, they will do two things. Material जो है stores department को provide कर देंगे और final bill जो है वो accounting department को provide कर देंगे. Material will be issued along with the delivery challan, and they will issue the final invoice to the accounting department of the buyer. If you guys have any doubts, you guys can please post your query. Till now, still few points are left. Still, if you guys have any doubts, you guys can please post your query. Okay, proforma invoice is not the final invoice. Proforma invoice contains the quantity, the details of the raw material along with the price. Now, the final invoice contains the tax element also, that is this much will be the GST, etc., etc. Taxable invoice is the final invoice. At least 3 pages, Amod Jain. See, Gurmeet, very important, very important that there are few students, sir, what is the role of purchase department? See, stores department is concerned only related to storage of material. स्टोर्स डिपार्टमेंट का काम क्या है? सिर्फ मटेरियल स्टोर करना, ना कि परचेज करना. टू परचेज द रॉ मटेरियल वी हैव अ सेपरेट डिपार्टमेंट, दैट इज परचेज डिपार्टमेंट. सो परचेज डिपार्टमेंट का काम क्या है? मटेरियल प्रोक्योर करना. दे हैव टू सिंपली प्रोक्योर द मटेरियल एट कॉम्पिटिटिव प्राइस. सो वंस the purchase order is received, after issuing the pro forma invoice and after receiving the balance payment, supplier क्या करेगा? मटेरियल किसको देगा? मटेरियल कहाँ पे स्टोर होता है? स्टोर्स में. So that's why they will be providing the material to the stores department. At the end of the day, we all are saying ये पूरा एक कंपनी है. कंपनी एक ही है, but there are various people. That is the engineers, the production head, the storekeeper, the purchase manager. So we are a company. So एक कंपनी में अगर इस आदमी को दो या इस आदमी को दो, कोई मतलब नहीं है. The correct person to receive the material is what? The storekeeper. Purchase department का काम क्या है? सिर्फ purchase करना. That is final करना price, and once the price is finalized, his work gets over. Proforma is invoice. Again, very simple, Sumit. Proforma invoice contains the details of the material along with the quantity, along with the price and the total amount. It does not contain the tax element. Tax element किस में होता है? Final invoice में होता है. That is GST and all. Now let me check. I hope, Yukta, your query is resolved. That is, what is the difference between proforma invoice and final invoice? Final invoice contains the tax element. Additional thing that what it contains is the tax element. Sanya, sir, please explain the supplier to the accounting department. Okay, I'll summarize it. Don't worry. I'll be discussing it. Still some part is pending. Examiner is not going to ask you that much. They will ask you that what is bill of material, what is purchase requisition, what is material requisition, all this. If the examiner asks you the material procurement process, you can prepare the chart. Okay, Priyanka, stores department का काम क्या है? Just to store the material. Purchase के लिए there is a separate person. Let me complete it. So Gurmeet, hopefully your query is resolved. This is required. This is the process. Now, I repeat again the entire process and then we'll go ahead with few more points. So the entire process starts from what the engineering department or planning department, after doing necessary research, they try to figure out that what is the best quality, what is the specification of material that we need. And they do write the specification in the bill of material and they will issue to the production department. Once the production department receives the material, receives the bill of material, it means they have got the specification, they will approach the stores department. Via what? Material requisition. Now, once the stores department will receive the material requisition, if they have that quality of raw material, they will provide it to the production department. But if they don't have, stores department will approach whom? The purchase department. What they will issue? They will issue purchase requisition. It's an authority letter for the purchase department to purchase the raw material. Now, once the purchase department receives the authority from the stores, they will issue tenders or requests for proposal. Once the tenders are received by the various suppliers, the interested suppliers will submit their quotations to the purchase department that we are ready to supply so and so quantity at so and so prices. So after receiving the quotation, purchase department will select the supplier who is providing our desired quality of raw material at competitive price. And the supplier who is selected will be issued purchase order. परचेज डिपार्टमेंट क्या करेगा? वो सप्लायर जिसको हमने सेलेक्ट किया है उसको परचेज ऑर्डर इशू कर देगा. As soon as the supplier receives the purchase order, again, few students says that what's the role of accounting department? So for them, as soon as the supplier receives the purchase order, supplier क्या करेगा? Immediately material issue नहीं करेगा. The supplier will prepare a pro forma invoice. That is no tax invoice. Tax element नहीं होगा उसमें. So supplier क्या करेगा? They will prepare a pro forma invoice and give it to the accounting department. Purchase department को pro forma invoice से कोई लेना देना नहीं है. उसने फाइनल किया, पिक्चर खत्म. अकाउंटिंग डिपार्टमेंट के पास जाएगा. लेट्स से टर्म्स ऐसा है कि 30% और 40% पेमेंट नीड टू बी डन इन एडवांस. So they will issue the pro forma invoice to the accounting department of purchasing company. Pro forma invoice contains the details of the material, quantity, price, and the total amount of the bill. Once the pro forma invoice is received, they will release the payment, let's say 30% payment. And after receipt of payment, supplier will do two things. They will provide us the material. They will provide us the material. Material किसको provide करेगा? सीधा stores में ही जाएगा. So they will issue the material to the stores along with the delivery challan, and they will issue final invoice to the accounting department कि आपका material जो है मैंने stores में भेज दिया. This is the final invoice. Now, very important, guys, once the material is received, stores department क्या करेगा? Intimation देगा. किसको? Accounting department कि भाई हमारे पास ये material आ गया है. Once the material is received by the stores क्या करेगा? Intimation देगा. किसको? Accounting department को कि मेरे पास material आ गया, अगर आपको payment release करना है तो कर दीजिए. So again, this intimation is a what? In writing. We call it as material receipt note. Once, I repeat again, once the material is received by the store, what stores will do? They will issue material receipt note to the accounting department. The accounting department, go ahead with the payment. I have received the material. Wait, have some patience. GRN. Yes, Divya, GRN. So once material receipt note is issued by the stores department to the accounting department is clear that material aa gaya, we can release the payment. Now, there are two more points. There are two more bills that can be issued. The two more notes that will be issued in extreme cases. I'm writing it here for your reference. First point is material return note and second point is material abstract. The space is the constant. So अब stores department क्या करेगा? They will check the material. Once the material is received by the stores department, what they will do? They will inspect the material. That are we getting our desired quality of raw material or not? If some part of material is not as per the specification, or if some spoiled or damaged material is received, then stores department will reverse it, will give it back to the supplier along with material returned note. अगर हमारे पास मटेरियल आया, हमने चेक किया, अगर मटेरियल बराबर नहीं होगा तो स्टोर्स डिपार्टमेंट क्या करेगा? मटेरियल रिटर्न कर देगा सप्लायर को along with material returned note. Further, material abstract, the stores department issues to the accounting department that ये quantity का raw material आया in detail. Material abstract जो है एक तरह का detailed report है that is given by the stores department to the accounting department that this is the specification, these are the details of the material that we have received. If you guys have any doubts or queries, you guys can please post your queries. I repeat again, let's summarize it again. The last time, the entire process, thereafter, one by one, you can post your queries. I'll be addressing all your queries. So let me summarize it, what we have discussed till now. The entire process, ki agar hame material procure karna hai, the entire process starts from the engineering department. They will issue bill of material. Bill of material किसको issue करेंगे? Production department को. What bill of material contains? The detailed specification of the material we are going to use to manufacture a product. Now, once the bill of material is received by the production department will approach the stores department. Again in writing, they will issue material requisition. If stores department has so and so quality and quantity of raw material, they will provide it immediately to the production department. But if they don't have, they will issue purchase requisition to the purchase department. Ki please purchase so and so quantity and so quality of raw material. Now, once the purchase department receives purchase requisition, they will issue tenders or requests for proposal to whom? The various supplier. The interested supplier in return, they will submit their quotations. And once a particular supplier is selected, they will issue purchase order. The purchase department will issue purchase order to the supplier that we are ready to purchase from you. Once the supplier receives the purchase order, they will prepare a pro forma invoice, no tax invoice. Pro forma invoice containing the details of the quantity, quality, specification and price and the total invoice amount. They will issue pro forma invoice to the accounting department. Once the pro forma invoice is received, as per the terms of the contract, let's say 40% payment need to be advanced. Accounting department isko payment karega, and once the payment is received, supplier will do two things. They will issue final invoice to the accounting department and they will provide material to the stores department along with the delivery challan. Once the material is received, stores department क्या करेगा? Intimation देगा किसको? But accounting department को भी I have received the material in the form of material received note or goods received note. एक बार intimation आ गया, then I think accounting department can release the payment. Further, stores department will also check the material, inspect the material. अगर material में कुछ भी गड़बड़, if the material is not as per the specification or not, the material is not as per our quality, what stores department will do? They will return some portion of material which is not as per our specification. Along with this, Along with the material, they will issue material return note or goods return note. So stores department will give it back to the supplier, the material, along with this, the material return note. Further, one more note that is to be issued is material extract. It contains the minute details of the material that is received, and this is issued by the stores department to the accounting department. So this is all what about material procurement process. If you have any doubts, you guys can raise. Your whatever the doubts you have, you guys can please mention. Material receipt note will be issued by the stores department. They will directly provide the material to the production department, Mr. Bharat. Payment is released by the accounting department, whether it be 20%, 30%, 40%. डिलीवरी चालान भाई अगर मटेरियल आएगा सी गुंजन अगर मटेरियल आएगा तो मटेरियल के साथ कोई डॉक्यूमेंट तो आएगा if they are sending the material along with the material they will issue a चालान also. वो चालान जो है ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के भी काम आता है. These chalans are used by the transport company also. So delivery chalan along with the material is given to the stores department. Bhumika, sir, to return goods, who will bear the chalan cost of delivery and all? So, Bhumika, it depends upon contract to contract and company to company. Material return part. See, once the material is received by the stores department, store department will check the material. Agar material barabar nahi hai, store department will return the material to the supplier along with the return chalan. Yeah, that's it. I have discussed the example only. Yes, this is the real process what every company follows. Yukta. The case may vary from company to company, Neeraj. Again, these are the exceptional situations. Sailesh Parida. Competitive pricing means जो हमें material see. Medha Singh. Competitive price means what? वो supplier जो हमें best quality दे रहा है एकदम reasonable price पे, we will select that supplier. See, Anubhav Sinha, material receipt note is an intimation that we have received the material. But material abstract, it contains the details, each and every details of the material that is received. So it is a more detailed note. Admin sir, the few students are raising hand. आप किसी को एक-एक करके unmute करेंगे please. Thank you, Sujal. So yes, one by one. Tell me the query, dear. सर किसे अनम्यूट किया है आपने? Okay, you guys can unmute. Please raise your query. Please speak. Volume unmuted. Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Hello.
Good morning, sir. Am I audible?
Can you be please bit more loud?
Sir, am I audible now?
No, dear, you're not audible. Yes, Shreya. Yes, anyone else?
Sir,
Okay, your name?
sir, I'm Anisha. So I have a question that material return note is given to the accounting department or to the supplier.
See, material return note. Along with the material, once the material is returned by the stores department, see, stores department, what they will do, they will check the material. If the material is not as per specification, they will return the material to the supplier along with the material return note. So it is issued by the stores department to the supplier.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Anything else?
No, sir.
Anyone else with any doubts or queries, guys?
Sir, am I
Hello, sir.
audible
Good
now?
morning.
Hello?
Sir, can you give the definition of material return and abstract note in written form?
Yeah, the information is available in the material, but material return note, I repeat again, my dear, material return note is what? Very simple. Once you return the material, see, सीधी और आसान भाषा में ये material मैंने return किया of so and so quantity. Let's say material X, I have received 10,000 pieces. Of this, 2,000 pieces are not as per my specification. So material return note will contain that this 2,000 pieces I am returning so and so. And if apart from this material X, if any more material is returned, then it contains the details of the material that is returned. Nothing more than that. I hope this part is clear.
Clear, sir.
So when talking about material return note, it contains the details of the material return. Quantity. Only quantitative details, not the pricing details. Stores department को price से कोई मतलब नहीं है. It contains the quantitative details of the material that is returned. I hope it is clear now. They will write it in their records that this material I have received for so and so process. Again, it contains the every minute details. Material abstract इतना frequently issue नहीं होता है अनुभव. It is issued in specific industries only. Anyone else? Whatever running in your mind, you guys can please ask me. It's okay. No worries.
Morning, sir.
Yes?
Sir, I am Yukta. And मेरा ये है कि you said कि
आपकी
engineering
आवाज नहीं आ रही है. Can you be a bit more loud? Hello?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. May I know
I
who's
am
there on the
Nagratna,
line?
sir.
Huh?
I am Nagratna.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, what is my meaning of material abstract, sir?
Material extracts जो है हर केस में issue नहीं होता. It contains the minute details, each and every details of the material. So it is not issued that frequently. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else, please?
Excuse me, sir.
Your name?
Ta.
Huh?
Ta.
You're not audible, my dear.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yeah, tell me.
We can say in the simple language, material extract only issued when it is requested by department.
Stores department to the accounting department of the company.
Yes. Only after the request of
After receipt
particular
of
department.
material. ये सबसे लास्ट में इशू होता है. Yes, Shakti, they do this? Anyone else?
Sir, where should be tender be issued?
Okay, see, tenders generally na the major suppliers जो भी है market में, they do send the tenders by post also. And if it is a very big company, generally, if you'll see that many companies issue tenders in newspapers also.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, if there are limited suppliers, then they send it by post also or by mails also, by email also. Anything else? Yes, Anubhav.
हेलो सर, आई एम ऑडिबल।
Yes.
मेरा क्वेश्चन की मटेरियल एस्पेक्ट से समझा नहीं सर।
You're not audible, my dear.
हेलो
Yes, tell me.
सर, मटेरियल एब्स्ट्रैक्ट एग्जैक्टली होता क्या है?
It's a note issued by the store department to the accounting department where it contains the minute, each and every details of the raw material that is received. See, material receipt note kya hota hai? Basically, it's just an intimation that we have received the material. But material abstract, it contains each and every details of the material, the quantity, the specification and all, everything.
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
युक्ता, प्रोडक्शन डिपार्टमेंट को बताता कौन है? इंजीनियरिंग डिपार्टमेंट ही बताता है। ओके, सो आखी कुलश्रेष्ठ, परचेज डिपार्टमेंट को अथॉरिटी जो है स्टोर्स डिपार्टमेंट ही इशू करते हैं। परचेज डिपार्टमेंट को पता कैसे चलेगा कि दिस मच क्वांटिटी इज रिक्वायर्ड? So stores department only intimates the purchase department that you have to purchase this much only. Purchase department can't purchase the material on their own. Once they receive a letter from the stores department, then only they will purchase. Anyways, guys, enough of discussion. I hope this part is clear to all. Anyone else? I request you guys to please check the recorded lecture. I think I have explained everything in detail. Stores department will issue material return note. I hope now it is clear to all. So guys, enough of discussion. Again, I repeat, the entire process starts from the engineering department. They issue bill of material to the production department. It contains the specification. Production department will approach the stores department. They will request for the material, so they will issue material requisition. Stores department will approach the purchase department. They will issue purchase requisition. Purchase department will give the tenders. In return, supplier will give the quotations. Once the quotation is received, purchase department will issue PO, purchase order. On receipt of purchase order, supplier will issue pro forma invoice to our company. Company में किसको issue करेगा? Accounting department को. Once the pro forma invoice is issued, if the terms of the payment are like 20%, 30%, 40% payment in advance. So once the payment is released, supplier will provide us the material along with the delivery challan. They will provide us the final invoice also. Once the material is received, stores keeper will intimate it to whom? To the accounting department that we have received the material. If the material is not as per a specification, the stores department will return the material to the supplier along with material return note. Further, material abstract, it contains each and every detail of the material received So student department will issue it to the accounting department. As simple as that. So enough of discussion on this part now. Everything is same. This is one company. These are the various departments of the company. Sorry. Apart from this supplier is an outsider. Rest, be it production planning department, stores department, purchase department, accounting department of the buyer, everything is of same company. This party is the outsider. Rest सब एक ही घर के लोग हैं यार. So enough of discussion on this part. I hope this is clear to all. इसका शायद आपको practical knowledge भी मिला होगा. So now let's take a break of 15 minutes. I need a break of 15 minutes. Once we are back from break, we will discuss the next part. This is all what about material procurement process. Further, those who want to copy this explanation, the screen will be on so you guys can copy the explanation. So it's a break for me, not for you guys. So those who want to copy the explanation, those who want to write their comments in the notes, you guys can write. So give me a break of 15 minutes. I'll be back after 15 minutes. Till then, you guys can copy this explanation. So admin sir, are you there? Sir, मेरा break है. Students अगर copy करना चाहें तो उनको करने दीजिए. Okay? हाँ, screen चल रहा है, चलने दीजिए ना, क्या problem? I'll be back after 15 minutes. बट नीचे या तो YouTube से आप हटा दीजिए, जो Zoom पे हैं उनको ब्रेक पे रहने दीजिए. Zoom पे है वो कॉपी कर लेंगे. ओके या सो लेट्स टेक अ ब्रेक ऑफ 15 minutes guys. Come back, my friends. My friends, so we are done with the material procurement process. I hope you guys are thorough with what I have discussed till now. I tried my level best to discuss it in a very practical way. So there are few more queries wherein, guys, very important. Apart from the supplier, all the department are from one company only, be it purchase department, be it stores department. So treated them like one person only. Anyways, guys, so the first part of the chapter, as I said, material procurement we'll be discussing first. So it's over now. So now let's start with the next part of the chapter, that is valuation of material. Yes, Priyam, tell me. Admin sir, please unmute Priyam. Yes, Priyam. I think he's not there again. Anyways.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yeah, Priyam, tell me.
Yes, sir. I have a doubt about you can explain me supporting role in indirect material in supporting role means
मैंने आपको एग्जांपल दिया था प्रियम. सो वो मटेरियल जो डायरेक्टली यूज नहीं होता है बट सपोर्टिंग रोल होता है. जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया शर्ट्स मैन्युफैक्चर करते हैं. शर्ट्स कहाँ पे मैन्युफैक्चर होते हैं? मशीन्स में. और मशीन को स्मूथली चलाने के लिए वी नीड लुब्रिकेटिंग ऑयल एंड ग्रीस. So this lubricating oil and grease are not my major ingredients, but they do play a supporting role in manufacturing a shirt. So lubricating oil and grease are indirect material, and fabric what we use is what are direct material.
सर जैसे मैंने एक एग्जांपल पढ़ा था कि जैसे अपन एक फैक्ट्री है जिसके अंदर टेक्सटाइल की फैक्ट्री है, उसके अंदर अपन बहुत सारे प्रोडक्ट यूज करते हैं, बट वो एक मशीन सारे प्रोडक्ट के लिए यूज होती है, तो वो मशीन डायरेक्ट होगी या इनडायरेक्ट मटेरियल होगी?
Machine is not a material or direct or indirect. It's an asset.
बट सर वो जो उसका यूज होगा ना, जैसे वो डेप्रिसिएट होगी तो मतलब
हाँ,
जो
तो वो
एक्सपेंस
asset है, वो material नहीं है. We can use it over a period of time. It's not an asset. There is a difference between material and assets.
ओके सर.
So let's start with the valuation of inventory now. At what value we will record the material in books of accounts? क्या वैल्यू पे मटेरियल को रिकॉर्ड करेंगे, दैट वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग नाउ. एज पर अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 2 ऑल्सो, whatever the cost till the factory gate will be included in the cost of material. जो भी खर्चा मटेरियल के फैक्ट्री गेट तक लगा है, it will be included in the cost of material. Let's say I'm the manufacturer of teak wood furniture. I'm the manufacturer of teak wood furniture and I do import teak wood from Indonesia. So whatever the price that is paid to the supplier, along with this, whatever the cost from Indonesia till my factory gate, it will be included in the cost of material, be it transit insurance, be it carriage inward, be it freight inward, be it taxes or anything. जो भी खर्चा टीक वुड पे लगा है इंडोनेशिया से मेरी फैक्ट्री गेट तक लाने का, वो सारा खर्चा भी जो है इट विल बी इंक्लूडेड इन द कॉस्ट ऑफ मटेरियल. सो इन शॉर्ट, whatever the cost till the factory gate along with the purchase price will be included in the cost of material. Still, study material has given us few points, so we'll be discussing the points that are given in the study material one by one. So I repeat again for the students who have joined a bit late. So when talking about the cost of material along with the purchase price, whatever the cost that is incurred till the factory gate will form part of cost of material. Apart from this, the institute has given few points in the study material, so we'll be discussing these points one by one. I request you guys to please open the study material. Page number is 2.13. So we'll be discussing each and every item one by one in detail. So the thumb rule is, along with the purchase price, whatever the cost that is incurred till the factory gate will form part of cost of material. Still, I'm discussing few points one by one that are given in the study material. So let's start. Now, the first point is trade discount. The first point is trade discount. So if trade discount is given in the question, it is to be deducted from the purchase cost of raw material. Very important, guys. If the trade discount is given, it should be deducted from the purchase price. Let's say there is an invoice given wherein company name, invoice number, GST number, date, we have received invoice like this, wherein material X, 10,000 pieces, and the price is, let's say, 10 rupees. So the total amount is 10 lakh. Now trade discount is given, let's say, at the rate 4%. So it will be 40,000. Sorry, it will be 4,000. One second, guys. So 10 lakh at the rate 4%, it is 40,000. So the final bill amount will be 9,60,000. And they do levy GST and all. So when talking about at what value we will record the material in books of accounts, 9,60,000, not 10 lakh. So if in invoice the trade discount is given and it is already deducted, we will take 9,60,000. But let's say this is the invoice and it is given trade discount applicable. %4. So 40,000 will be the discount and 9,60,000 will be the value of inventory. So let's keep it 100 here. So the point is very simple. If trade discount is given in the question, it will always be deducted from the cost of inventory. Sorry, guys. So my point is, don't focus on the zeros, focus on the concepts. So if trade discount is given, very simple, by whatever name called, be it given in the invoice or be it given in the footnote, it is to be deducted from the cost of material to get the final cost that will be used for recording it in the books of accounts. So first point, trade discount, it is to be deducted from the cost of material. Second point, quantity discount. That is the discount for bulk purchase. Again, if any quantity discount is given, it is to be deducted from the cost of material. So very important, trade discount deducted from the cost of material. Quantity discount, it is to be deducted from the cost of material. Now, third point, cash discount. Very important, guys. This part is very important. That is cash discount. You can write the explanation of cash discount in your notes also. If cash discount, admin sir, please unmute all the students. Admin sir. Sorry, please mute all the students. Yeah, I think I'm getting a noise. सबको म्यूट कर दिया ना? Admin sir? Admin sir? Okay, mute. Now, when talking about cash discount, very important, guys. अगर invoice में cash discount less भी किया है, you guys have to ignore cash discount. Cash discount is not to be deducted while calculating the value of inventory. Why? Cash discount being a conditional discount. Being a conditional discount, it is not to be deducted while calculating the value of inventory. Let's take an example wherein the invoice is given material X, let's say 1 lakh. Now, cash discount is given at the rate 2%, that is 2,000, and final amount is 98,000 that we are paying to the supplier, the amount to be paid to the supplier. This amount we need to pay to the supplier. So very important, when talking about the value of inventory, when talking about the value of inventory, it will be how much? 1 lakh only. Cash discount is not to be deducted while calculating the value. Even though हम लोगों को pay कितना करना है, we have to pay 98,000 to the supplier. But while recording the value of inventory in the books of accounts, we'll be taking as 1 lakh only. Now the question is why? Why cash discount is not deducted? Trade discount is to be deducted. Okay. Bulk purchase, we can say quantity discount is to be deducted. The question is why cash discount is not to be deducted while calculating the value of inventory. So guys, cash discount is a conditional discount. Now let me discuss this concept with the help of an example. Okay, Rosie, just a minute. See, let's take an example. I purchase goods worth rupees 5 lakh from a supplier. Guys, do pay attention what I'm discussing. I have received a goods worth rupees 5 lakh from a supplier, and he generally gives me a credit of 60 days. I repeat again, I'm a manufacturer. I purchase goods worth rupees 5 lakh from a supplier, and he generally gives me a credit of 60 days. Supplier मुझे 60 days का credit देता है. But apart from this, he gives me an option that if you immediately release the payment, I'll give you a discount of 5%. Now, if I make the payment immediately, I'll be getting a discount of 5%, that is 25,000. So, at the end of the day, herein, in the one hand, I am saving the money. But on the other hand, since I'm making the payment immediately, I won't be able to enjoy the benefits of these 5 lakh for 60 days. अगर मैं immediate नहीं payment करता तो ये 5 lakh जो है मैं 60 days कहीं और use कर सकता था. So herein, in the one hand, we are getting a discount of 5%, but in the other hand, I won't be able to enjoy the benefit of these 5 lakh for 60 days. So we can say it's an opportunity cost. So one hand, we are getting discount, but on the other hand, we can say we were not being able to use the benefit of 5 lakh for 60 days. So at the end of the day, एक side discount मिल रहा है, but एक side का interest loss भी हो रहा है. So herein plus minus is 0. So herein, that's why अगर एक side discount मिलता है, तो एक side हमें अपना benefit भी तो नहीं मिलता है 5 lakh. If we are not making the 5 lakh payment immediately, we can use it for some other purpose for 60 days. So at the end of the day, अगर एक हाथ से discount मिल रहा है, तो एक हाथ से हमें 5 lakh rupees को enjoy करने का benefit नहीं मिल रहा है for 60 days. So at the end of the day, we can say it's a conditional discount. So that's why cash discount is not to be deducted while calculating the value of inventory. Again, Rosie Walia, quantity discount, you need to deduct it from the cost of purchase. This discount we are getting for bulk purchases. Let's say I purchase this pen. This pen is for rupees 20. If I go to the market that I want to purchase this pen, he will charge me 20 rupees. But let's say I go to the market, I say that I want 1,000 pens. And can you please tell me what will be the best rate? So he will give me an additional discount to purchase 1000 pen. So that additional discount, what I'm getting for bulk purchase is to be deducted from the cost of purchase. So first point, quantity discount, yes, it is to be deducted. Trade discount, yes, it is to be deducted. But cash discount, being a conditional discount, is not to be deducted. Anyone having any doubts or queries in related to cash discount, you guys can please post your queries. Anyone having any doubts, guys? Yes. स्मृति वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कैश डिस्काउंट इज अ कंडीशनल डिस्काउंट अगर एक साइड हमें बेनिफिट मिल रहा है तो एक साइड हमारा इंटरेस्ट लॉस भी हो रहा है अगर 5 लाख हम लोग इमीडिएटली पेमेंट नहीं करते एंड वी आर यूजिंग 5 लाख फॉर 2 months वी कैन अर्न समथिंग फ्रॉम दिस 5 लाख so that's why we can say it is a conditional discount and not to be deducted. This is the only example. This is not a computer class, Mohammed. Admin sir, can you please unmute Manisha Prajapat? Yes, Manisha, tell me, dear.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, loud and clear. Tell me.
Yeah, so you said that we get the cash discount when we make early payments and quantity discount when we purchase the material in bulk. So, what's the condition is applied to avail trade discount?
ट्रेड डिस्काउंट ना यार मार्केट ट्रेंड होता है कि इतना ट्रेड डिस्काउंट मिलता ही है जनरली ना सी आई एम आल्सो इनटू मल्टीपल बिजनेसेस अपार्ट फ्रॉम माय सीए वर्क सो द पॉइंट इज वेरी सिंपल यार ट्रेड डिस्काउंट मतलब मार्केट ट्रेंड होता है कि इतना ट्रेड डिस्काउंट मिलता ही है दैट्स व्हाट एज पर द जनरल ट्रेड प्रैक्टिसेस जैसे कपड़ा है कपड़े में मतलब 5% जो है ट्रेड डिस्काउंट मार्केट में होलसेलर रिटेलर को देता ही है सो दिस इज व्हाट वी कॉल एज ट्रेड डिस्काउंट सो एट द एंड ऑफ द डे वो 95 की चीज 100 करके 5 रुपीज ट्रेड डिस्काउंट देता है नथिंग मोर देन दैट
Okay, so it is general discount.
Yeah, it's a general discount. So trade discount to be deducted, quantity discount if you purchase in bulk it is to be deducted. बट कैश डिस्काउंट क्या होता है कि अगर आप अर्ली पेमेंट करोगे तो आपको डिस्काउंट मिलेगा मगर एक साइड पेमेंट कर रहे हैं बट एक साइड हमारा कैश जो है हम लोग कुछ महीने के लिए होल्ड करके कहीं और यूज कर सकते थे वो नहीं कर पाएंगे सो दैट्स व्हाई इट इज नॉट टू बी डिडक्टेड अल्टीमेटली इंटरेस्ट लॉस भी हो रहा है एक साइड हम लोग पेमेंट कर रहे हैं एक साइड हमारा इंटरेस्ट लॉस भी हो रहा है सो एक साइड डिस्काउंट मिल रहा है एक साइड इंटरेस्ट लॉस भी हो रहा है सो दैट्स व्हाई इट इज जीरो सो दैट्स व्हाई द डिस्काउंट इज नॉट टू बी डिडक्टेड
Yes, sir, crystal clear. Thank you.
Perfect. Anyone else? Mr. Manish Srivastav. Tell me. Admin sir, Manish Srivastav को unmute कीजिए. Yes, Sujal, होता है. Yes, Sumedh. Cash discount. अरे यार, my point is अगर cash discount दिया हुआ है सिलेश, it is not to be deducted. We will take the total bill value. See herein, 1 lakh is the cost of material, 2000 is the cash discount, even though we are making 98,000 payment to the supplier. But when talking about at what value we will record the material, we will record 1 lakh rupees. Manasa, immediate payment bills within 60 days. See, Manasa, I repeat again, my example is very clear. I purchase goods worth rupees 5 lakh. In general, he gives me the credit of 60 days that you can make the payment after 60 days, it's okay. But he gives me an option that if you make immediate payment, that is very next day or within 2 days, I'll give you a discount of 2% or 5%. So this discount for immediate payment, we call it as cash discount. 60 days के बाद पेमेंट करेंगे तो कौन कैश डिस्काउंट देगा नो वन विल गिव यू द डिस्काउंट इफ यू आर कैश डिस्काउंट इफ यू आर मेकिंग द पेमेंट आफ्टर 60 days. Anyone else? Smriti, the same concepts apply in costing, not in accounts, but yes. Anyone else? Priyanka, any doubts? Sumit, Smriti, Mohammed,
Good
Tejas,
morning,
Mani.
sir.
Yes, your name?
तो प्रियंका
Yes, Miss Priyanka, tell me.
सर, अगर हम कैश डिस्काउंट दे रहे हैं और हम सप्लायर को तो 98,000 पे कर रहे हैं, तो सर जीएसटी का इफेक्ट
वो
लेंगे हम
बाद में देखेंगे.
90,000.
That we will be discussing separately.
ओके सर.
Every point I'm taking it individually only.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर.
Chaliye, let's proceed further. Rakesh, but yes, it's not conditional actually. Okay, we are getting the discount because we are buying in bulk. That's why. Rakesh was. So trade discount deducted, quantity discount deducted, cash discount not to be deducted. Now, next point is subsidies or grant. Subsidies or grant are the benefits received from given by the government. See, subsidies or grants are received by the company from the government. Generally government क्या करती है? Government do encourage the purchase of a certain kind of raw material. Government say that if you purchase so and so quantity and quality of raw material, we will give you an incentive or we will give you a subsidy. That is, let's say, I am a manufacturer and I'm purchasing a particular quality of raw material. Let's say material Y. Now I am purchasing this material worth rupees 10 lakh. Now government government is giving subsidy on this material. Government is encouraging that people you shoot this material. Government should use this quantity and this quality of raw material as a substitute. So I have purchased this material Y worth rupees 10 lakh. Government says that if you are purchasing this material Y, we are going to give you a subsidy of 20%. Subsidy of 20% means that government is going to bear the cost of 20% amount, of 20% of the total amount. So of this 20 lakhs, of this 10 lakh, let's say there is a government subsidy of 20%. So it means what? Of this 10 lakh, 20% will be borne by the government. See, generally in case of these electronic cars also, government is giving a subsidy. So government gives subsidies on various kinds of raw material. It means what? That you purchase this raw material, I'll pay a certain amount from my pocket. You have to pay the balance only. So let's say I have purchased this material Y, which is eligible for subsidy, and government is giving a subsidy of 20%. It means what? I have to pay only the 80% amount. That is 8 lakh. So it means cost from my pocket is how much? 8 lakh rupees only. 2 lakh will be borne and paid by the government. I have nothing to do with. So very important, any sort of subsidy or grants received from government on purchase of raw material will be deducted from the cost of raw material. I repeat again, grant, subsidy, incentive, benefit received from government for purchase of raw material. So the amount of grant, subsidy or incentive that is received from government will be deducted from the cost of raw material. So even though my billing is what? 10 lakh. But since government is giving me a subsidy of 20%, so 2 lakh will be deducted and the net amount that will be written in book of accounts will be only 8 lakh rupees. If you guys have any doubts, you guys can please post your queries. So trade discount to be deducted, cash discount not to be deducted, quantity discount to be deducted, government subsidies, if it is given, it is to be deducted. Now, duties and taxes, the next part, road tax and toll tax. So, road tax or toll tax are paid when the goods are transported from one place to another. Let's say I am a Mumbai-based manufacturer. I have a factory in Mumbai and I procure material from Gujarat, let's say Ahmedabad. Now, the goods are transported from Ahmedabad till my factory gate. And during transit, many a times, in fact, in every case, during transit, the transporter has to pay road tax or toll tax. So if road tax or toll tax is paid, first point, if the road tax or toll tax is paid and if it is borne by the buyer, अगर buyer को अपनी जेब से भरना पड़ता है, then it is to be added in the cost of raw material. Very important, if road tax or toll tax, if it is paid by the buyer from his own pocket, then it is to be added to the cost of inventory. If the supplier is bearing the road tax or toll tax, whatever it is, then no need to add. So very simple, guys, thumb rule, road tax or toll tax, if it is borne by the buyer, add it to the cost of raw material. If it is not borne by the buyer, better ignore it. If you guys have any doubts till now, you guys can please post your query. You guys can post the query over the portal also. I'm checking all the queries. Shivani, Avinash, Atharva, Mr. Motwani, Mr. Achar, Rakesh Vyas, Raju Singh, Saroj, Jilek, Karthik, Kavita, Parampreet, anyone, whatever the queries you have, you guys can please post your queries. Shivani Pal, Shravan, Paridhi, Arshad, Mahalakshmi. I don't know your name, Mr. Xiomi M201. You can post the queries here also. It's okay. So, Tenmozi, very simple, my dear. If road tax or toll tax, agar buyer apni pocket se bharta, if it is borne by the buyer, it is to be added to the cost of inventory. If it is not borne by the buyer, if it is borne by the supplier, then we have nothing to do. So, agar hamari jeb se paisa ja raha hai, we have to add it to the cost of inventory. So let's proceed further. GST, that is goods and service tax. GST, that is goods and service tax. Very important, guys. युक्ता समरी लिखा है आपने, ट्रेड डिस्काउंट डिडक्टेड, कैश डिस्काउंट इग्नोर्ड, क्वांटिटी डिस्काउंट डिडक्टेड, सब्सिडी ग्रांट डिडक्टेड, टोल टैक्स borne by the buyer. No, see, Yukta, if it is borne by the buyer, it is to be added to the cost of inventory. So please correct your notes. If the toll tax or road tax borne by the buyer, it is to be added to the cost of inventory. See, I have purchased material of rupees 1 lakh. Now the transportation, see, I have purchased material of rupees 1 lakh. Now the transportation cost, road tax and toll tax, all are borne by us, borne by buyer. Let's say 2,000, 1,000 and 500. So my cost of raw material will be 1,03,500. This will be the cost of my material. So if it is borne by the buyer, it is to be added to the cost of inventory. I hope this part is clear, Yukta. Now let's proceed further with the GST part, goods and service tax. I hope you must be aware about the concept of GST. So very simple, guys, if the duty credit is available or if the duty credit is not available. Two cases. If duty credit is available, then ignore GST. And if duty credit is not available, GST paid will be added to the cost of material. So If we are getting the duty credit back, then ignore GST paid. But if we are not getting the duty credit back, duty credit means input tax credit only. Input tax credit. One second. That I'll be discussing, Dharani, don't worry. Then we have to ignore SRO 86829. I don't know your name. If the road tax, toll tax borne by the supplier, then we have to simply ignore it. Sumit, if the road tax agar hamari pocket se jayega, so it will be added to the cost of inventory. But if the supplier is bearing the road tax, then we have to ignore. Now, so if the duty credit is available, it means input tax credit is available. Ignore GST. If the duty credit is not available, then GST paid is added to the cost of. So let's say this is the invoice that is received, wherein material X, let's say of rupees 1 lakh. Now CGST at the rate of 5%, SGST at the rate of 5%. So 5,000 and 5,000. Total bill amount is 1,10,000. So this is the invoice. Now let's say we are getting the duty. We are getting the duty credit. It means whatever the GST that is paid to the supplier, we are getting the credit in the form of input tax credit. So see, 1,10,000, 1 lakh we are paying for the invoice, 10,000 we are paying for GST, and 10,000 we are getting the credit back. So net amount 1 lakh will be the value of inventory in this case. So 10,000, even though we are paying GST, but we are getting back in form of input tax credit. So better it is ignore this GST that is paid. But let's say we are not getting the duty credit back. So it means 1 lakh we are paying for the material, 10,000 we are paying for the GST. Total amount paid is 1,10,000 and we are not getting the credit back. So in this case, what will be the value of inventory? 1,10,000 will be the value of. Any doubts or queries, you guys can please post. Swaroop Lole, the point is very simple, yaar. Don't complicate it, everyone. If it is borne by us, if the road tax, toll tax is borne by us, it is added to the cost of material. Agar हमने अपनी जेब से नहीं भरा, if it is paid from our pocket, if the expenses are from our pocket, we will add it to the cost of material. If the expenses are from supplier pocket, what we have nothing to do with it. Anyone else having any doubts or queries in GST part? Yes, Benny Preet Kaur, it's just kind of refund, but not in actual refund in books. Input tax credit you will be learning in GST part. So I won't be discussing much on GST. So when talking about goods and service tax, if the duty credit is available, if we are getting the credit back, better ignore GST. What will be the value? 1 lakh only. That is the amount paid for the material. But suppose if we are not getting the credit, it means 1 lakh is the price for the material, 10,000 is the value of GST paid. So the total value of inventory will be 1,10,000. And in this case, this will be the value of inventory. I request you guys to please copy this explanation. Binu Krishnan, it is not available to unregistered dealer. Binu Krishnan, the GST credit is not available to unregistered dealer. Deep Das, very simple. The point is we are calculating the value of inventory. हम लोग inventory का value निकाल रहे हैं. What will be the value of inventory for our purpose? So 1 lakh we are paying for the goods, 10,000 we are paying for the GST. If we are getting the credit back, अगर हमारी जेब से, if we are paying 10,000 from our pocket, and if we are getting the credit back in our pocket, then why we will be considering as a cost? See, what is cost? The amount that we pay from our pocket. So if we are not paying anything from our pocket, then why we will take it as the cost? So very simple, the amount that is paid from our pocket, and if we are getting it back, then it will not form part of our cost.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, why are we getting duty credit back? What is the reason behind it?
That for this you have to attend the GST class.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Immediately, Tanay Jain, the information will be given in the question that duty credit is available, duty credit is not available. This information will be given in the question that duty credit is available, duty credit is not available. Let's take a question. I request you guys to please copy this explanation. It's still 9:30 only here. Anil. It's already 9:32. I just want to make sure that everyone should be thorough with the concept of GST. So extending the class for 10 minutes. So let's say this is the invoice given of a company wherein material X is given 1 lakh rupees. Trade discount is given at the rate of 5%, that is 5,000. 95,000 is the total amount. It's just an example, my dear. So material X we purchase for 1 lakh. Trade discount is 5%. So the total bill amount, the value of goods is 95,000. In this, GST is 5%, SGST is 4750. Cash discount at the rate of 1% on immediate payment. However, the buyer doesn't avail the option. You are required to calculate the value of material X if the buyer is a registered dealer under GST and unregistered dealer under GST. So, post answer first and second. Waiting for your answers, guys. In this coming session, I'll be putting many questions in front of you. So, I request you guys, each and every student, do post your answers. So, I think the first one to answer is Bhumika. So, Bhumika, incorrect answer, Bhumika. So, second one is Yukta to post the answer. And I think, Yukta, your answers are correct. Very good. Rosie, incorrect answer. Shailesh, please mention that you are posting for first or second. Rosie, incorrect answer. Rajveer Rai, correct answer. Tanay Jain, correct answer.
Sir, screen थोड़ा छोड़ दीजिए.
हाँ?
हाँ. Thank you.
Kabyajit, very good, correct answer. Priyanka, very good, correct answer. Gunjan, incorrect answer. The first answer is incorrect, Gunjan. Sumit, very good, correct answer. Bhumika, correct answer. Anup, correct answer. Atharva Vasu, correct answer. Bhanushri, please check your answer. It is incorrect. Amod Jain, correct answer. Meenu, please post first or second. Smriti, correct answer. Ayushi Bajpayee, I think you were there in the previous session also. Very good, correct answer. Salesh, correct answer. Hen Mozi, incorrect answer. Anup, very good, correct answer. Aditya, incorrect answer. Aditya, please recheck your answer. Aditya, and I think the first one was Bhumika. So Bhumika, please recheck your answer. Aditya and Bhumika. Rest I have received answers from many of the students. Very good, guys. Sayed, Aman, Sneha, Dharani, Binu Krishnan, everyone very good. I think many of the students have posted it over the portal. Bharat, then Nagbala, Rallapalli, I've received. So now, guys, very important. Guys, now stop writing, stop posting. Very important, guys. I've received incorrect answers from many students because most of the students have not yet gone through GST. That is a part of income tax and GST. So anyways, for your knowledge, registered dealer under GST. So a dealer get the duty credit only when he is a registered dealer. So when in case of first, duty credit is available. Only to registered dealer. So when talking about the first answer, how much we are paying? 95,000 for the goods and 9,500 for GST. Price, we are paying 95,000. GST, we are paying 9,500. Now we are getting the credit back of 9,500. So it will be deducted. So ultimately, what will be the value? 95,000. So that's why I said, if the duty credit is available, ignore GST. GST आप ignore कर दीजिए, ना add करना है, ना less करना है. This part simply you can ignore. See, even though we are paying 9,500 to the supplier for the GST, but if we are getting credit back from the government, then better. We are paying, we are getting the credit back, so better ignore. हमारी जेब से कुछ भी नहीं गया. Even though we paid to the supplier, but government paid us back 9,500 in the form of duty credit. So ultimately, It's not our cost, because if we are paying in one hand, we are getting the credit back in other hand. So ultimately our cost is how much? 95,000. That is the price. So for registered dealer, the value of inventory will be 95,000. Now, second, unregistered dealer, no duty credit available. Duty credit nahi hai. So how much we are paying the price? 95,000 we are paying the price. How much GST we are paying? 9,500. Are we getting the credit back? No credit is available. So ultimately, how much is our cost? 1,04,500. So this will be the value of inventory. Trade discount will always to be deducted from the cost of inventory. So 1 lakh minus 5,000, 5,000 to deduct होगा ही. 95,000 के बाद जो GST का treatment है, that is what we have to discuss. So if the dealer is unregistered dealer, the value will be 1,04,500. If it is a registered dealer is getting the credit back, so the cost will be 95,000. No one will not avail the credit. Everyone will avail the credit. So the students who have posted incorrect answer, guys, please make a note of it. If the duty credit is available, better ignore GST straight away. But if the duty credit is not available, yes, we are paying to the supplier. We are not getting anything from the government. So that's why our cost is how much? 1,04,500. If you guys have any doubts now, specifically the students who have posted incorrect answer, I hope you guys are thorough with the concepts or not. Yes, waiting for your queries. If you have many students posted incorrect answer, I hope your query is resolved after this example. Good. Tinmozi, Nandini, Aditya, Bhumika. Anyone else? Many students posted the incorrect answer. Ria. I'm asking to the students who have posted incorrect answer. Any doubts now? Few students posted 1 lakh also. Why 1 lakh here? When I told clearly that trade discount is to be deducted, it means it is to be deducted. Anyone else with any doubts? Yes, Bhumika. Anyone else with any doubts or queries? I just want each and every student of mine to be crystal clear with the concepts what I'm discussing. So whatever running in your mind, just post straight away. I'll be addressing. In fact, I tried my best to address each and every query of every student. So don't worry. And since the sessions progresses, I'll be remembering the names also. So whatever running in your mind, just write it. I'm there as a helpline right now to support you and assist you in all the cases. Anyone else, guys? Great, Avinasha. Mahalakshmi, good. So, guys, it's already 9:43. I wish I could extend the session, but the session... yes, grant is given by the government. Again, guys, few tips. Do revise what I have discussed till today. Whatever you have understood, write in the form of notes in your books. See, once the session gets over, just relax for half an hour and do prepare the notes on your own. See, there is no alternative hard work. If you prepare your notes on your own, you will never forget it. See, the notes are available in Google, in everywhere the notes are available. But the notes that you will prepare for yourself, you will never forget. So whatever you have understood from this session, write in notebook that this is what I have understood. And this will be the summary book for you while revising and while preparing for the exams. So I just want everyone to participate in the session. Whatever the queries you have, you guys can post. And yes, I'll be putting up many questions in coming sessions. So I want you guys to answer the questions. Be it right or wrong, it's okay. No worries. But at least I want you guys to try. So wish you good luck. See you in the next session with many practical questions now. So take care. God bless you. Do revise what I have discussed. Still there you have 3-4 days. So revise what I have discussed in this session. And in the coming session, I'll be discussing few tricky concepts, few new concepts. So till then, take care. God bless you. enjoy your weekend. It was really great. I mean, today interacting with you guys. Thank you so much, guys.
For this wonderful session, sir.
Thank you so much, dear. God bless you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Admin, sir.
Thank you, sir. It
Thank you,
was
sir.
amazing.
Thank you, sir.